Hello everyone. If you follow the podcast on social media, you'll know I wasn't going to post an episode today. Following the murder of George Floyd, I decided to spend my time educating myself on issues and the discrimination and racism that people of colour face every day. I understand that I am privileged not to experience this type of oppression firsthand, and I will never fully understand what it's like to be a person of colour or to experience racism. I think it is our duty and our responsibility to stand with people of colour to help put an end to the systematic and institutional racism which has affected, harmed and killed people for years. In light of the murder of George Floyd and so many others taken from us by racism, I have decided to dedicate a full week of episodes to cases where racism has killed people of colour. I want to cover as many cases as possible, and if you have a case that you feel particularly passionate about or that really resonates with you, please send them to me via my case suggestions page, through my Twitter or email. I don't know when that week of episodes will be, but I will keep you all updated. In the description of this episode, you will find resources where you can sign petitions, donate, and educate yourself on racism and the issue that people of colour face. If you are a person of colour, my thoughts are with you and I can't even begin to imagine the struggles that you're facing. But together, we can stand together and create a better world and a safer world for everyone. As I said, I wasn't originally going to post an episode today until I heard of the podcast Blackout campaign created by the Cult 45 podcast. This campaign calls for all podcast creators to withhold their scheduled episodes and list the names of some people who have been murdered by police officers in acts of police brutality. This is not an exhaustive list, and I know it doesn't scratch the surface of the Black, Indigenous, Native and all people of colour who have been killed by police officers who are sworn to protect us. This list was provided by the Cult 45 podcast, and without any further ado, I'm going to list the names now. Eric Garner, John Crawford III, Michael Brown, Ezell Ford, Dante Parker, Michelle Cusso, Laquan McDonald, Tanisha Anderson, Akai Gurley, Tamir Rice, Romaine Brisbane, Jermaine Reed, Matthew Ajibade, Frank Smart, Natasha McKenna, Tony Robinson, Anthony Hill, Maya Hill, Philip White, Eric Harris, Walter Scott, Thomas Chapman II, Alexa Christian, Brandon Glenn, Victor Manuel LaRosa, Johnson Sanders, Freddie Blue, Joseph Mann, Salvador Ellswood, Sandra Bland, Albert Joseph Davis, Darius Stewart, Billy Ray Davis, Samuel DuBose, Michael Saby, Brian Keith Day, Christian Taylor, Troy Robinson, Salms Pharaoh Manley, Felix Cumey, Keith Harrison McLeod, Junior Prosper, Lamontes Jones, Patterson Brown, Dominic Hutchinson, Anthony Ashford, Alonzo Smith, Tyree Crawford, India Cager, Lavente Biggs, Michael Lee Taylor, Jamar Clark, Richard Perkins, Nathaniel Harris Pickett, Benny Lee Tigner, Miguel Espinal, Michael Knoll, Kevin Matthews, Betty Jones, Quintino Legweir, Keith Childress Jr., Janet Wilson, Randy Nelson, Antroni Scott, Wendell Celestine, David Joseph, Colin Rochmore, Deshaun Perkins, Christopher Davis, Marco Loud, Peter Gaines, Tori Robinson, Darius Robinson, Kevin Hicks, Mary Trixillo, Demarcus Semmer, Willie Tillman, Terrell Thomas, Sylville Smith, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, Terence Crutcher, Paul O'Neill, Altira Woods, Jordan Edwards, Aaron Bailey, Ronell Foster, Stephen Clark, Antoine Rose II, Botham Jean, Pamela Turner, Dominique Clayton, Tatiana Jefferson, Christopher Whitfield, Christopher McCorvey, Eric Reason, Michael Lorenzo Dean, Brianna Taylor, George Floyd.